Um, Machu Picchu, the chariots of the gods. They were talking about this thing here, and the chariots of the gods. It said that it was made by the descendants of Viracocha, right? And apparently he was a red-haired, light-skinned person, disappeared, walked on the water going west. I think before we move forward, we're going to have to get an explanation of why it is. Okay, so the word Viracocha, they're saying that it could mean sea foam, from fat of the sea, or foam of the sea. Now, foam of the sea. In mythology, you also got, even that Randall Carlson was talking about radium. If you look at radium and the earth and the creation of things, everything kind of has to start with a bit of a little mix of everything, from the sunlight, but also to the oceans of all. Like another thing is that it's a reservoir of the end of all things, the etymology. So anyone who does gardening knows that you need fertilizer, right? So it's kind of like the fertilizer of the mishmash of all the things on earth. So why did the ancients always think that you had to sacrifice animals? It says that it could also mean blood, like Lake Titicaca. Why did they feel like they had to sacrifice everything? Remember, a lot of this stuff is from misinterpretation and misunderstandings. They sacrifice these camelids. Now remember in the Garden of Eden how suddenly they felt that they were naked, and then they were given some skins or clothing to wear. Did anyone ever think that maybe these gods didn't really feel like killing animals, but they had to so that the humans didn't feel naked anymore, and these gods got a little contaminated? And if you look at all these demiurges and all these ideas about the gods, there's all these common denominators about clothing, how they left their habitation, the oikonos, something like that. They left their habitations, and then they ended up, meeting up with mankind and couldn't stand it. So, what is the solution to this? Is to there's something about this thing, the sea foam, and it's awful. I've always wondered that, but there's got to be also an explanation, because we don't need to keep sacrificing animals for nothing, or having bullfights for nothing, or any kind of sacrificial animal for nothing, because the gods didn't like it. They got sick of it and pissed off, and maybe that's why all of their architecture was non-Euclidean, meaning all crapalooey all over the place, like a big mess, because maybe they were drunk with insanity of dealing with this humanity, and that's why these demons hate us, or all human beings, so much. And when you see how cute animals are, of course, do you blame them? And then they have to clothe us with these skins. This has to be rectified, and including in the Old Testament, where it was said that the God said you have to bring all these sacrificial animals. Fuck that shit. Or at least explain it. Why does a God need to have all this burned sacrifices? Well, explain me that in modern scientific language, please.